If you're looking for the best filter system for turtles, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preferences, sorted it based on the features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers and customer feedback. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have EHEIM Classic External Canister. When you think of great aquarium products, EHEIM is usually a brand that comes to mind. This classic external canister filter for turtle tanks is a great example of why. On the surface, there's nothing about this filter that really jumps out at you. It has a very standard build, an unassuming design, and no fancy trademarked features. With 3 different size options, 40 gallons, 66 gallons, and 92 gallons. This canister filter by EHEIM can handle pretty much any standard turtle tank you have, and pound for pound, it's one of the most efficient filters on our list. When you get your hands on it, the build quality impresses you right away. It's sturdy, has a high-quality sealing ring on the pump head, and the accessories are well made too. When you buy this turtle tank filter, you get loose filter media and filter sponges included, which is nice. There's also the inlet pipe, spray bar, and hose. It's really impressive to watch this filter go to town. Within a day or two, you'll be able to notice a significant difference in the quality of the water. Turtles have a habit of making the water murky. They are dirty little creatures, but this filter combats that quite nicely. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Fluval High Performance. This is one of the best filters for turtle tanks, and one of the best filters in general. If you've been in the aquarium scene for a little bit already, there's a good chance you've heard about this legendary product. We've talked about the FX4 in length on our site in the past. However, this time we'll cover it from the angle of using it strictly for a turtle tank. To be honest, this is our favorite product on the market. The only reason we didn't include it as the very best canister filter for a turtle tank is it's a bit overkill and pricey. If you want the very best money can buy, then just go pick one of these up. But if you're trying to keep costs low, you can make do with something much more affordable. The multi-stage filter is extremely strong and can work through 700 gallons per hour. This means if your turtle tank is anything under 250 gallons, which most are, the FX4 will get rid of waste and debris with ease. One of the best things about this filter is that it comes with a microchip that optimizes the performance of the pump based on the conditions of the water. This will prevent the pump from working harder than it has to, saving you money and cleaning time. The number 3 position is held by Penplex Cascade 600. The Cascade 600 by Penplex is an underrated filter for turtle tanks that we're a big fan of. It's one of the most affordable filters on our list, but it still packs quite a punch. Unlike the first few on our list, the Cascade 600 is a submersible filter. It can work through 175 gallons per hour on a reasonably sized tank. 50 gallons. If you're keeping a turtle in a tank of this size, this is definitely a filter to look into. It has a fairly small footprint but still makes plenty of room for solid filter media cartridges. This is something that some submersible turtle tank filters struggle with. The quality of the media containers tends to suffer as size becomes a priority. One nice feature we like about this product is the directional water flow you can get from the pump head. This is completely adjustable too, yet still feels sturdy. That makes it quite easy to customize the flow in your tank without feeling like the pump head is getting weaker over time. While this filter obviously won't take care of the water as effectively as a more robust canister filter, for the cost it's rather impressive. As long as you have a tank that fits within the proper size guidelines, you'll likely find the Cascade to be suitable for what you need. Next at number 4 we have Rhineland Penguin Bio Wheel. This is one of the most popular tank filters out there. It's created by Rhineland, a company with a fantastic reputation and track record for creating high-quality products for aquarists. This turtle tank filter is a little bit different than the other ones on our list. This is because it uses a rotating bio wheel that provides an extremely high-quality level of filtration. The overall filter can handle all 3 of the main types of filtration: chemical, biological, and mechanical. For such a small and affordably priced product, it packs quite the punch. It can filter up to 350 gallons per hour and can be used in aquariums all the way up to 75 gallons in size. We were shocked when we used this product up close and personal. The amount of power and the efficiency it provided in terms of filtration was quite mind-blowing. One of the downsides to using this turtle tank filter is that you're stuck with the Marineland filter cartridges. While they aren't terrible, there are definitely better options out there on the market right now. This means if you want to upgrade to something a bit more robust, you won't be able to. It's not something we anticipate many buyers needing to worry about. But it's worth noting. It's also important to point out that depending on the number of turtles you have in the setup of their tank, You'll probably find this filter struggling a bit at maximum size capacity. This means a 75-gallon tank with a lot of dirty water will probably challenge this filter a bit. The number 5 position is held by Tetra Whisper X Silent, another solid choice on the list. The Whisper X by Tetra doesn't disappoint. Made with noise, or the lack of it in mind, this turtle tank filter is a great low-budget option for owners who don't want to be deafened by their tank. The truly impressive thing about this filter is how effective it is. It's not large, is very affordable, and doesn't make much noise. All those things would typically indicate a weaker filter, but that's not the case here. However, you should be realistic. This filter does best with turtle tanks that are smaller than 70 gallons, assuming you buy their largest model, and it will struggle a bit at the upper end of the tank size range. But if you have a small tank, this is a great option. You can get it up and running in minutes, which is great if you're a low-maintenance aquarist who doesn't want the hassle of a long setup. Even though it's quiet and small, the Whisper X still has a lot of the same features you would expect from a high-quality filter. Multi-stage filtration, easy access cartridges, and solid water flow are all included. It also has a convenient time strip that will give you a heads up on when your carbon filter needs to be swapped out. This will save you from buying filters prematurely, or having to keep track of when to buy new ones on your own. The number 6 position is dominated by Fluval High Performance, the big brother to the FX4. The Fluval FX6 is a beastly filter that can handle just about any home aquarium. It's basically the FX4, but bigger. This means that it's definitely overkill for any modest-sized turtle tanks, like way more than you need. But if you have a really large setup and want to provide your turtles with the very best, this is the filter for you. It has a fantastic multi-stage filter that absolutely destroys any waste and debris found in the water. It doesn't really matter what filter you stack it up against. The FX6 will come out on top. It has the same high-tech microchip technology that allows the pump to optimize and improve its performance over time. This makes it not only more effective, but much more efficient. One neat thing about the FX6 is that for all its power and internal complexity, it's a breeze to set up. The installation process will only take you a few minutes once you know where you would like to put it. This is because it's a self-starting filter that only needs water to get up and running. Just like the FX4, the Fluval FX6 has removable baskets for filter media that can stack nicely on top of one another. This allows for water to get filtered effectively while still making it easy to swap things out. Moving on to the next at number 7 with TetraFauna Decorative. The Reactor filter by Tetra is one of the more unique turtle tank filters on our list. Aimed primarily at turtle tanks, this provides a mix of habitat enrichment and filtration. At first, we thought this might be a gimmick that negatively impacts performance. This turtle tank filter uses 3-stage filtration just like most of the other filters on our list. It works well and keeps the water clean and odor-free. As you know, turtles can be a bit dirty. Such a small filter performing at this level was very impressive. This is done with a filter that doubles as a waterfall. This creates a very pleasant and enriching environment for your turtles, something most other filters can't provide. We were really impressed with how realistic the fake rock looks. It's really hard to tell the difference even when you're up close. You can use this turtle tank filter in an aquarium up to 55 gallons in size. This is actually quite a solid number for the price. Initially, our thoughts would be it would only work in tanks half that size. The number 8 position is held by Marineland Magnum Polishing. This is another one of the best turtle tank filters, and it's made by a company we've already included on our list. Marineland did a fantastic job with this canister filter and was able to provide it in a relatively small and affordable body. Even though the footprint is relatively small, you have 2 areas inside the filter to add your own filter media. These areas are easy to access but seal quite well, something you don't get with all filters. It has a submerged motor that keeps the design nice and allows you to finish the installation process in very little time. You pretty just much follow a few steps in the instruction booklet and you're on your way. As you might have guessed by the name of this filter, it's really geared toward aquarists who want to polish and clean the appearance of their water. This is something that's often challenging in turtle tanks, so to have that functionality in such an affordable product was quite surprising to us. 290 gallons of water can get filtered per hour, which is a respectable output. You can also use this turtle tank filter in an aquarium as large as 97 gallons, a number we know. Next at number 9 we have Penplex Cascade. This Cascade range offers high-quality canister filters for tanks from 3,200 gallons, making it the closest rival to the Fluval 7 series in terms of available sizes. The aesthetic finish isn't as sleek as with the 7 series, but this certainly shouldn't be a deal breaker, as it's likely to be stored out of sight anyway. It comes with an adjustable flow output rate, allowing you to gradually increase filtration as your turtle grows, or when you add another to the tank. Plus, the large open-style media baskets mean you can customize the filter media as you wish and need not feel constrained by awkwardly partitioned or tightly spaced filter slots. We love the use of an easy press priming button to draw water into the input valve. By comparison, the 7 Series requires a few intense pumps of manual priming to get things started after cleaning. This simple button press style is much easier than pumping a lever, especially if you plan to store the canister within a tight-fitting cabinet. The media baskets use a central handle for easy removal, but they are not quite as robust as on the 7 Series. Plus, the plastic has a glossy finish that makes it more slippery when wet. We love that the input and output valves can rotate 360 degrees, so even if you're pushed for space or plan to run the tubing behind fixed cabinets or desks, you don't need to worry about awkward angling causing tubing kinks and becoming prone to splitting over time. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Pond Boss filter. This filter is for use in outdoor ponds rather than tanks, but as so many owners like to let their turtles spend the summer days playing in a garden pond, we just had to include it in our list. Just don't rely on the 320 GPH output, as we find this flow rate a little overstated. Still, unless your pond's in GT 300 gallons, this won't have any noticeable impact. As it's a pond filter, this product should be viewed as an additional device rather than a primary filter. But for pond use, the filtration is incredible. It uses a combination of filter media and bio balls, and we find it does a great job of keeping water crystal clear. Plus, the water spray nozzle head creates a fountain effect that doubles as a water feature for your garden. Maintenance, installation, and cleaning are remarkably simple, especially for the size. Expect to only have to attend to it every other week or so. Plus, using this as a complementary filter for an outdoor space can help reduce the maintenance time requirement of your primary tank by putting less strain on your existing filter system. It's also energy efficient and should cost less than $2 per month to run continuously. Unfortunately, the pump and filter are not particularly stable and you may need to weigh them down to stop them from toppling over. We find a 2-3 rock should suffice for this purpose, and a rock bed in your pond will look great anyway. Still, for a filter north of $50, we would like to have seen some additional weighting for improved stability. That's all for today. We upload pet product review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.